And then if you guys want text messages and missed calls, I'll screenshot it and email, but I'm not showing up anymore.
Well, that's not the way it works, ma'am. That's not the way it works. Your emails can't
And the
testify
system
for
is
you.
broken. I have a newborn baby. I work till 5 in the morning. I am constantly losing sleep and being pestered for a system that doesn't work for me. So I'm okay. I will not show. Put that down. Don't ask me to come anymore. Don't protect me. I don't care. Have a good day.
Good morning, Miss Elijah.
Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
I sure can.
So for the motion for Mr. Johnson, my understanding is the baby is now home.
Mhm.
And so it's a moot motion.
It's a moot motion. Okay, so we don't need to have it today?
I don't believe so. I see Miss Hansen's in the Zoom room. She's the complainant.
Correct.
So Mr. Johnson is at work right now.
All right.
So I don't think we need to hold the motion. No.
All right. So I'll let the judge know that we didn't need to have it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Ms. Hansen, you can sign off.
No, I have a question.
Okay.
I'm made to come here, and now the court date's unnecessary because he's at work.
It's not because he's at work. This had to do with because the child was in the hospital, and it was a motion to change the bond so that he was able to go to the hospital. Now
yeah, but the problem is he assaulted me in the hospital. The problem is he is still contacting me through text and calling my phone, and it's a no contact order. I reached out and told him our son was sick. I invited him to come. He called his lawyer and asked to put in a motion. She advised him not to come. I said, Eric, if you want to come, as long as we keep it respectful. You couldn't keep it respectful. He could not make it about me, asking me who I'm sleeping with and this and that, calling me bitches, and it never ends. I will email the court screenshots of texts and missed calls. When is it enough? And he's still in the hospital calling my son that, like, even when we're not sure if he has lupus, you do not talk to my son with the utmost respect. So the
Ms.
fact
Hansen,
that
the judge is going to come out and speak to you. So if you just want to hold on a minute, okay?
Okay.
Miss Elijah.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Do we have Mr. Johnson or not?
No, Your Honor. Mr. Johnson is at work. He's not able to get away from work. But my understanding is the baby is home from the hospital. And so my motion to allow Mr. Johnson to visit the baby in the hospital is moot. Ms. Hansen is still here because she has complaints.
All right, Ms. Hansen, do you have a camera you can activate?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so yeah, I reached out. Our son may still have cancer or lupus. We are out of the hospital.
Hold on. I'm having trouble understanding you.
Oh my God.
Your audio is pretty garbled for me right now. I understood you reached out, and then after that, it got kind of messy.
So I reached out on Sunday saying, like, we're in the hospital. I didn't have to do that. My son still may have kidney problems and lupus. We don't know what the hell is going on. My problem is your lawyer advised you not to come. I said, Eric, you should listen to your lawyer. But if you do come, when you get here, it is nothing but respect or don't come. He comes, it's nothing about my child. Does he care about? It's who I'm sleeping with, calling me bitches, throwing shit at me. I can't tell you how many times I've had to grip up my son and take him to a nursing station. Still to this day, even last night and the day before that, he is texting me and calling me, and there's a no contact order. And it's not even about my child. I tried to be a good person. I try to meet in some way for our son, and it's never enough. I will never send out a text again. It doesn't just need to be mute. I need a PPO, which I'm going to have to go downtown and fill out. It doesn't matter how many times you get charged with domestic violence, he will never stop.
Of course.
Something needs to happen here. How long am I supposed to go on without peace? And he's in the hospital still calling my child a little and this and that and me bitches. And it's just, he's not okay. He needs an evaluation and he probably needs some medication. He's not a horrible person. He can just not control himself. And no one's listening enough. Jail is not the answer. He needs help.
Okay. Anything else?
No, and I'm sorry.
All right.
That was
so Ms. Tiroli doesn't work today. I'll ask her to contact you tomorrow, and we'll schedule a probation violation hearing where we'll deal with everything you just told me.
But I really don't want to come. I don't want to deal anymore.
Okay, well, you can't have it both ways. I'm
telling you guys what happened. I don't want to come. I don't want to do this anymore.
Once again, you can't have it both ways. If you want to make allegations against him, you're going to have to be here to establish those allegations.
You know what?
At a hearing.
I understand that. I don't want to come anymore. CPS is already involved and they're on my team. So I'm not going to keep losing sleep. I got off at 5 a.m. I'm demanded to come at court at 8:30 and he's not even here. So just
all right.
No worries.
Well, he didn't have to be here for what was scheduled today.
But I had to be.
Yeah, because you're not represented by an attorney. He is.
Okay.
That's just the way the system works. So I'll make a note in the file that you had some allegations of probation violations, but you refused to show up in court and deal with them.
And then if you guys want text messages and missed calls, I'll screenshot it and email, but I'm not showing up anymore.
Well, that's not the way it works, ma'am. That's not the way it works. Your emails can't testify for you.
And the system is broken. I have a newborn baby. I work till 5 a.m. I am constantly losing sleep and being pestered for a system that doesn't work for me. So I'm okay. I will not show. Put that down. Don't ask me to come anymore. Don't protect me. I don't care. Have a good day.
Okay. Well, I guess that sums it up, Miss Elijah.
Well, thank you, Judge. Sorry for bringing all the drama to your courtroom this morning, but have a good rest of your day.
Oh, it's just a Monday.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, Heather.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Better than I deserve.
And he never showed up for his PSI. And now he's back in custody. So I don't know if you want him to sit and maybe they do the PSI. There is minimum. Did I ever request evaluation on him?
I don't know. I can find it real quick if you did. Let me look. Good morning. Are you Humberto Perez? All right, give me just a second.
No.
So Mr. Perez was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to evading detention with a motor vehicle, and I reset the case for a pre-sentence report. Mr. Perez was given a looks like a personal bond so that he could go get that pre-sentence report done. I do have an update, a memorandum from probation from dated July 5th of 2024 that also shows that he also had a misdemeanor case, completed the intake on the misdemeanor case, and that they would agree that maybe there was some confusion because he had 2 cases and had to do 2. And so they say that that might have been part of the issue. And they didn't get any contact information, though, to try to get in touch with him to do that. And so, you know, they did what they could on that pre-sentence report, but we need it completed. So I can do 2 things. Mr. Perez, why didn't you go back to probation for the pre-sentence report on this felony case?
That day, when I got back to my cell, somebody had wet up the papers and they moved them out of the cell, and I couldn't fix the papers, and I had a car crash. As soon as I got home, like a couple of days passed by, and I got in a car crash.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Then what?
Then
You just didn't call and didn't go.
my mom called, but no one answered. She called at the wrong time, I think,
Mhm.
something, and she just didn't decide to call again. And
Well, your mom's not on probation for a felony. You are.
yes,
How old are you?
19.
19. So let's do this. How long, since it's already done, other than the personal information, is it something that we can do a little quicker than a typical PSI?
You can do 2 weeks or a week if I got that portion of it.
Let's do this. I'm going to reset the case for sentencing for 2 weeks since we don't have, well, we do have a docket next week, but I think that it's full. Yeah, let's do 2 weeks.
Okay.
So what's going to happen, Mr. Perez, you're going to remain in custody right now. Probation's going to come out there and talk to you, go over everything that I need and they need to put into this pre-sentence report. We'll come back in 2 weeks. And then if everything looks fine, then I'll go along with the agreement that you,
I can't find out.
not right now,
Why?
because you didn't show up for your PSI and do what I asked you to do. And
I
listen,
literally got in a car crash and they literally harassed me. Like they harassed me through teleportation. Barack Obama,
mhm.
he gave me a sheet for teleportation and I signed it, and he told me he could bond me out for teleportation, and they were harassing me for teleportation.
So here's what we're gonna do, instead of this is I'm going to have the, we'll do an order for an evaluation. Probation will come talk to you. I'm also gonna have a doctor visit with you, make sure everything's going okay, and you need to cooperate with them if you want me to consider this agreement, okay? All right, go back with the bailiff.
We have to discuss. Yeah, okay. Okay, yes. I promise.
No, we're gonna do a normal reset but because they're gonna need time to get the evaluation done. Let's see, Dijon Taylor,